Hello friends, today we will discuss methods of observation in social work research. Observation is a crucial method in social work research, allowing researchers to collect first-hand information about behaviors, interactions, and environmental factors. It enables a deeper understanding of social issues, group dynamics, and individual challenges. So, primary methods of observations used in social work research are as follow. First is participant observation. Here, the researcher immerses themselves in the group or community being studied to observe from insider's perspective. Its features are the researcher becomes part of the environment. Interactions may be informal, allowing a natural flow of information. Its advantages: it provides rich qualitative insights, captures unspoken behaviors and cultural norms. Its challenges: maintaining objectivity can be difficult. Ethical concerns may arise if participants are unaware of the researcher's role. Second is non-participant observation. Here, the researcher observes the subjects without engaging directly in their activities. Its features are observations are made from a distance. The researcher does not influence setting or behavior of the participants. Its advantage: it avoids altering participants' behavior. It maintains a higher level of objectivity. But here are some challenges: that researcher may miss deeper contextual understanding, access to certain interactions may be limited. Third is structured observation. Here, the researcher uses a predetermined checklist or framework to observe specific behaviors or events. Its features: it is focused on quantifiable data, standardized tools to ensure consistency. Its advantage: it facilitates comparison across different settings, efficient for studying specific behaviors or patterns. But there are some challenges. It lacks flexibility to capture unexpected phenomena. It can miss nuanced social interactions, unstructured observation. Here, observations are open ended and flexible, allowing the researcher to record anything deemed significant. Its features: there is no strict guidelines or protocols. It focuses on exploring and discovering patterns. Its advantages: it encourages exploration of unanticipated behaviors or events. It is suitable for exploratory research. Its challenges: data may be harder to analyze due to variability. It is prone to researcher bias. Then comes covert observation. Covert observation includes such type of observation where participants are unaware that they are being observed. Its features: researchers' role is concealed, often used to observe natural behaviors without interference. Its advantage: it minimizes Hawthorne effect. Hawthorne effect is that type of effect which is changes in behavior due to awareness of being observed. So here they are not aware of being observed, so there is no Hawthorne effect. It captures authentic interactions, challenges ethical concerns regarding consent and privacy, difficult to maintain secrecy in some contexts. Overt observation. Here, participants are aware that they are being observed. Its features: researchers' presence is acknowledged, requires informed consent. Its advantage: it is ethically transparent, allows for open communication with participants. But challenges are also here. It may influence participants' behavior, Social desirability bias may occur. Seventh is naturalistic observation. This observation occurs in the participant's natural environment without any interference. It focuses on real life setting, non-intrusive approach. Its advantage, it captures authentic behavior in real world context. It provides ecological validity, but there are challenges. Unpredictable environments can complicate data collection, limited control over variables. It is controlled observation. Here, the researcher observes behavior in a controlled environment, often with predefined conditions. Its features, often conducted in laboratories or structured settings, variables can be manipulated or controlled. Its advantages, it facilitates replication of research, enables greater control over external factors. Challenges, it may lack ecological validity, behavior might not reflect real life context. Then comes remote observation. This observation is conducted using technology such as video recordings or virtual platforms. Its features, it involves minimal physical presence of the researcher.